When I came here, I got here and they said, all right, you got to go for an audition for NYPD Blue. I didn't go to an acting. I didn't know nothing about that. I knew nothing about that, dog. I knew nothing about commercials. I thought they shot commercials in fucking Mars. I didn't know the fuck they shot commercials when I came here. Seriously, I'm not lying to you. Fucking commercials. I came in and they go, your face is great for commercial. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing. I didn't even know. I never even thought about shooting fucking commercials. I got a friend of mine.
Was Analyze That? Was that your first big movie?
Basketball.
Basketball, that's right.
Basketball. That's when I first started hanging out with you. I popped
right.
a movie and shit by mistake. I went to NYPD Blue, didn't get it. And as I was walking by a door, a lady pops up and she goes, you here for the audition? I guess so. She gave me a sheet of paper, I read it, and boom, I booked 3 weeks at $5,000. I never saw nothing like that in my life.
Wow.
I snorted every penny to the fucking and then I robbed the fucking roller skates. I robbed a different pair of roller skates every fucking day. All right, every day I went and I returned them at Five Guys. What is that? The five sports guys? Think I'm fucking kidding you? I would get to my room, there'd be a size 13. I'd wear them, I'd put them back in the box and clip them. The lady would come with wardrobe. Anybody see the roller skates in there? No, I put them in wardrobe. Okay.
Every day for 3 weeks?
Every day. I come back again, size 13s, and they started giving me size 12. We don't know what happened to all the 13s. Me neither. What the fuck? What the fuck's going on here? Then they ran out of 12s. They went down to 11s.
Oh, you had to put an 11 on?
I was coming home with Band-Aids, but I didn't give a fuck. They're $140 a pop plus tax when I return them. And they were same every day, the same sporting guys. Every day. How you doing? What happened? Your grandma gave you this for how'd you know? All right, what do you want, cash or check? Let me get some cash. I had to stop and get gas. By the time I quit, by the time I stopped shooting, I was down to like a size 8.5.
Dude, I've heard of a lot of people go to Mexico to get shit done.
No, they have to.
There's a lot of stem cell stuff down there.
A lot of stem cell cancer. They fucking cure you down there. Ping,
Really?
Ping, bang, boom.
Whoa.
I know a guy who did one of those things. What do you do that? GoFundMe? He got 50 G's. He went to Mexico.
Really?
6 months, he's healed. This guy used to work downtown, take a bus to North Hollywood, get off, and drive his bike up north a few fucking miles on this railroad track right here.
Do you have to work?
To Woodland Hills, yeah. He was in good shape, and he got that asshole cancer.
Ooh.
Bike seats.
No way.
No,
the bikes he wore his asshole?
It's a joke.
It might be. Who knows why Lance Armstrong got it?
He got that thing, and Lance Armstrong got it because he was shooting heavy-duty DDT. That dude was even doing antifreeze when he rode his bike in the wintertime. Fuck him. He lost a nut, dog.
Yeah, I know.
I thought about that one night, high as fuck. I had friends that shot coke. I had friends that went on endless cycles, and they're still cooking. They got their hair. They look good. They got teeth. Fucking his nut blasted off. I have a friend who did, I told you, did blow, and his mother would shoot him with the steroid at the same time. He's still alive and kicking, living in a $500,000 house in Pennsylvania. And Lance Armstrong blew a fucking nut.
Please stop saying that.
Well, he got cancer.
Sure. How do you think he got cancer there?
Well, Duncan got it too.
Yeah,
Duncan got the same cancer.
Duncan got it from reading all that Buddhist shit. That shit gets you after a while. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're from the South. You can't be reading that Buddhist shit.
And this one guy was like the most scary. He wouldn't play anybody unless he had just everything locked down. But he would play like regular people would come in off the street. He would try to get like he looked like he was out of shape. He looked like a degenerate. He looked like he was falling apart. But he was a super fucking creepy pervert, and he would pay old ladies, like old homeless ladies, to jerk off in their face. He would give them like $5 or $10, and you know, like the lady he was talking about, like she was saying, "I'm a grandmother. I can't believe you're doing this." He'd go, "Shut up," and he'd come in her face, and she's an old homeless lady, and I go, "You're jerking off in an old homeless lady's face." He's like, "I love it. I love it."
That
and
sounds
she's
like
crying.
Fun. It really does.
He was
That's
like saying
fucking
she was
crazy.
crying while he was coming on her face. "I'm a grandmother," and he's
Listen, they all cry in the bathroom when they're washing that fucking goo off their face. They all cry in the
She's like a fucking 65, 70-year-old lady, and he's jerking off in her face, and she's homeless. A 65-year-old homeless lady, and he's coming in her face for $5.
You think about it. When somebody just comes in your face and you're in the bathroom washing it up, What are you thinking about your life? He really loves me? I mean, what the fuck are you thinking
Well,
about?
some girls like it.
Yeah, no
some
shit.
girls like it when you come in their face.
Are you high enough that you could actually type? I mean,
yeah,
are you
he's all right.
sober?
I
don't
do
even
this
know how
every
you
day.
can see.
I have no idea.
He's a
Look at his
soldier of
eyes.
death. He's a
I
soldier
mean, while
of
he's
death.
typing, I'm like, there's no way that guy can see that screen.
He's a soldier of death. He's bro. We got him trained just in case ISIS takes over with THC. His levels are high, and he can make it.
What do you
work.
got there?
Put it up on the screen.
Okay, well,
It's too high.
I can do it. I didn't know you wanted to read about the Jersey
No, I want
Shore.
you to fucking read. I want you to read it to me. I got invited to this wedding. I think I told you I got invited to this wedding. Usually I won't fucking go to a wedding, but it was in town, and I don't go, and it'd be a nice date night for the wife. And we get to the wedding, and the people are like, oh my God, we're so happy you made it. We put you in the celebrity table. And I'm like, I'm not sitting.
What?
And I go, I'm not sitting on no celebrity table. And I walked all the way to the back, and I sat there. You know me, dog.
Celebrities.
Who else was at the celebrity table?
Fucking Gwen Stefani and her fucking husband, and the black dude from Rocky,
Apollo Creed?
Apollo Creed, and
Carl Weathers?
Carl Weathers, and just a bunch of other people,
Black
like
dude from
mid-level.
Rocky?
Yeah, the black dude from
Mid-level
Rocky.
celebrities?
Yeah, like just
Gwen Stefani's pretty big.
Yeah, this is before she got pregnant. Like this is about 2 years ago, maybe.
She was huge.
Was she huge?
Yeah,
Black Eyed Peas, right?
No.
That's Fergie.
No doubt.
That's Fergie. Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
No doubt. But no, it was just really weird that word right there. No. I sat in the back. I'm no fucking
Celebrity
celebrity,
table.
dog. No. And it's just, man, every time I hear shit like that, like somebody comes at you, like today I was washing the car and somebody came in and said something about, oh, I saw you on this or something. And I want to say, I wish you would have saw me when I robbed that fucking... I really do, Joe Rogan. I go, I wish you would have saw me when I robbed the fucking the change thing for blind kids from a Carvel one day because I was short $4 for a fucking 20 sack of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like I went into a Carvel because I knew they always had like fives and shit. So I bought like the baseball cup with the ice cream in it to give you like the Kansas City Royals. You get pissed off. And I stole the fucking can with the goods. And that's what I think about.
What happened was Foxconn. That's over in China, right? Yeah, that's where they make the phones.
But
that's
they have
the place that has
Americans
the
there?
nets.
Oh, okay.
That's the place that has the nets keep people from jumping off the roof. Do you know about that place?
Yeah, but how many people actually jumped?
Enough that they made nets. It wasn't just one guy.
And here's the weird thing. If you really think about it, I got up on stage when I got locked up. But right before I got locked up, I left Hollister, Lincoln Mercury, and Boulder. Hollister, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep. Because their pay plan sucked and they took away my demo. They didn't want to do demos no more. In fact, listen, watch this. The kid I kidnapped called me tonight to say hello. He left me a message and shit right there. Look at the Kent Vella. Top message and shit. The kid I kidnapped tonight to say hello. See what happens when you apologize?
That's hilarious.
People call you. But before I kidnapped this dude, I went to that Subaru dealership. Before I kidnapped the dude, I went to the Subaru dealership. And while I was there, there was this dude that was a white dude, like a Western white dude, like with cowboy boots on. He put a suit on. He kind of looked like Charles Bronson. Didn't say much. I think him and I got into a beef one time over a car deal, and we had to split it. And he was like, he said something to me, you're lucky you split that deal. And I was like, nothing was going to happen, dog. And that was it. Well, about a week later, one day, he took me outside alone. And he was like, dog, I've been watching you. You're wasting your life. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, for 16 years, before my wife died, do you know what I did? I don't know. He goes, I was in charge of entertainment at Caesar's Palace. He goes, I came back to raise my kids. I'm not a fucking car salesman. I just needed something to do at night. And he goes, I've seen a lot of fucking comedians, man. You should give it a shot. He goes, you want me to make some calls for you to get you on stage? It's like, no, I got blow to do. Fucking stage. The fuck out of here with your stupid fucking idea.
That's a whole Hollywood scene, like trying to get people to like you and hire you for things. It's just this weird world. It's a weird world. And here was this guy hanging out at the Comedy Store that was a total hustler. I mean, you were a total hustler, and we became friends like immediately. Like, we became friends, like, right away. I remember bringing you around the fucking news radio set, and they're like, who is this guy? There's this fucking menacing guy in a leather jacket that keeps eating all the shrimp.
Something about going under the knife under that long, it does some wacky shit to you. And it makes people feel really listless and depressed, and it causes all sorts of, like, a whole cascade of mental issues. And depression related issues can come just out of long-term anesthesia.
What's the matter? What are you angry about?
You okay?
I'm not angry about anything. No, it's just... It must like when you go have surgery, doesn't the anesthesiologist have to, like, they have a person there with you the whole time?
They have a professional.
That's not what we're saying, though.
No, but when I'm like, didn't Michael Jackson just get that and they let him sleep? Like, it's dangerous. Like what you're saying is,
Yeah, that's why he's dead.
exactly. Yeah,
But sometimes you go to Mexico for surgery. You save $8,000, and there's no anesthesiologist. It's just a Mexican named Paco that comes in and shoots you with a syringe just by looking at you. He's 5'6". We're talking about my uncle taking me to this game. I tried to rob him 25 years ago at gunpoint and whatever. We don't talk about that. Like, Ari wanted me to tell the story on the storyteller's thing, and I said, Ari, if you don't know my uncle, he don't talk about it. Like, I apologized to him on the podcast, and he don't go there, bro. He's never told me he loved me. I tell him all the time, I love you, Theo. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. My uncle does not fuck around. He told me right out yesterday. He goes, because I thought I couldn't go to the game. And when I went, he goes, you called my daughter and told her to take me to the game. That wasn't going to fucking work. He goes, the only person I wanted to go to the game with was you. Not even my sons. I like going to the game with you. Because I take him once a year. He's 76. He's my mother's brother, you know. But yesterday on the way back, he goes, I wish your mother would grow up to see what you became. She goes, at the funeral, you were a lost kid. But when you came here, every time I looked at your eyes, I thought of Charles Manson.
You know what the biggest bullshit bait and switch act in the world is? Fountain soda. When was the last time you had a fountain soda that tasted remotely as good as one that's right from a can? They just aren't. Period.
There's some Cokes.
I like fountain sodas.
It's okay.
With sugar.
It's okay, but it's not the same thing. It's not like you don't enjoy it. Like, if you get a Diet Coke from a fountain, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's not like you don't enjoy it, but it is not as good as out of the can. When you get it out of the can,
bar, disgusting.
You're getting the full formula when you get it out of the can. It's a consistent experience every time.
Yeah.
You get a cold Coke, you crack it open, you drink it, it tastes the same way every time. Same thing with a Diet Coke, same way every time.
Listen,
but if you go to a fountain, you get some weird sub flavors. Things are watered down sometimes. They get light in the syrup.
The bubbles, yeah. That's the problem.
They fake that it's Coke, and they stick some funky ass RC Cola syrup in that machine.
Oh, I would know. RC Cola's disgusting.
I would know RC fucking Cola. Shit, you can't trick the Cuban from Coca-Cola. I didn't know who the fuck you were. Listen, let me tell you something, guys. A real comedian, when he's on the hunt, he should know what a television even is. A real comedian. When you were in Boston on the hunt, I never watched fucking Seinfeld. I don't fucking know what fucking there is a place you want to go. I never watched that show.
Never watched Cheers.
Never watched Cheers, not once. I don't know nothing. TV didn't exist to me. Like, didn't come back into, like, TV got out of my life in 81, and it didn't show back up till 1999 or 98, and the girl I was dating said, he's on news radio. I thought you were a fucking radio guy. I thought a news guy, like, all right, Joe Rogan here. This happened in Baghdad today. I didn't fucking know what. If you're a comic and you're on the make, you're on the fucking roll. Like, you go out 7 nights a week. You're at that 3-year mark. You should know what TV. If you come to me and say, do you watch Game of Thrones? I gotta look at you because I didn't know no TV. My first fucking 6 years in comedy. I don't know about TV. What fucking TV are you talking about? What movies are you talking about? I'm making, I didn't understand that mentality. So I never really knew. First TV show I watched when I made a comeback to television was NYPD Blue. Like, Jimmy Smits was dying. That's all I remember. Seinfeld was done. It was like the end of Seinfeld. People come up to you, what, Seinfeld? When am I home at 8 o'clock, you fucking dunce? You know what I'm saying? When the fuck am I home at 8 o'clock giggling, eating popcorn?
Yeah, I didn't get into TV shows until I was on one.
Never.
I never watched. Cheers was the show when we were younger.
Yeah.
But when I was, you're absolutely right. When I was young and I was struggling in New York, I would go out every night.
Who the fuck knows TV? The one by the house by Marie ETC.
Yeah.
That's a Christian church that half the waiting list are Jewish people.
What?
From Orange County to put their kids in that daycare. because the daycare is just that good.
What about pet hotels where they give them like TVs and beds? Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
They put like Animal Planet on all day.
Animal Planet all day.
It's and listen, man, it's whatever the fuck you pay for, whatever you believe, man. It's just fucking amazing. It's $25,000 for a picture or whatever the fucking artist, and you sit there. And I've been to those things. My buddy in New York is like a great framer. His shop is in the Lower East Side, and whenever I go back east, he gives me a hug and he kisses me on both cheeks. I mean, it's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does for a living.
I used to kick guys in the balls all the time accidentally.
There's those fucking guys that do the art and they burn the picture because it just meant my closure. And you're sitting there going, you got to get your shit together, guy. It's fucking all over for you, It's
the art world is filled with a lot of pretentiousness. Just art itself, calling yourself an artist, being an artist, wearing a scarf.
When they call themselves an artist, that's where my thing. And then they justify it by going, you're an artist. And I'm sitting there going,
but there are artists.
What?
There are artists, but these really pretentious artists, they fuck up the whole concept of being an artist. Look, Quentin Tarantino is a fucking artist. Okay, that's a guy who creates badass motherfucking movies. It's an art to him. You know what I mean? Like, fill in the blank. Richard Pryor was an artist. He was a real artist. He created art on that stage. But some fuckheads, they say, I'm an artist, and you just go, ugh, bleh, and you just want to throw up on them. Bleh.